And next, we are going to have the final presentation delivered by Team Cheongram with the title Proposal for Amendments to MEPC Concerning Sediment Management. Please welcome them with a big round of applause. And let's watch the introduction video.
Sediments generated during ballast water operations become a silent vector for invasive species and pathogens. Yet current instruments leave a regulatory gap and call for urgent attention. Cheongram, who protects the future of the blue ocean with a broad vision. The ocean we envision is clearer, more resilient, and more sustainable.
Good morning, distinguished delegates. We are Team Cheongram, presenting our proposal to enhance the effective implementation of the Ballast Water Management Convention by addressing gaps in sediment management. This section provides the background of our selected topic, sediment management. Since 8 September 2024, the D2 standard requiring ballast water treatment through BWTS has become mandatory for all ships. Following this implementation, IMO, UNEP, and the Global Ballast Partnership have conducted studies on ballast water and sediment. However, substantive regulations regarding sediments remain largely dependent on IMO frameworks. Now, we'll look into the key problem of sediment management. Our problem analysis has identified three key issues in sediment management. First, sediment acts as a major factor for the transfer of invasive species and pathogens. According to an IMO report published in 2017, about 10 billion tons of ballast water are moved globally each year, transporting over 7,000 species and leading to serious ecological and economic damage. During this process, the sediment accumulated inside the ballast tanks can trigger the regrowth of organisms, leading to greater environmental impact. The second issue is the lack of detailed regulatory standards for sediment management. Although the BWMC includes sediments in its title, sediment is only indirectly referred to in Regulation V5, Guideline G4, and Annex B4 and 5 with no clear standards or procedure for management. Thus, field operations still rely on non-standardized methods such as manual cleaning or physical flushing. The third issue concerns operational deficiencies and institutional limitations. IMO Resolution MEPC 387 provides guidance for challenging water quality situations and recommends that bypass procedure and recovery actions be incorporated into BWMPs. However, in actual field operations, the variable nature of CWQ makes judgment extremely difficult. Consequently, improper bypass and insufficient record keeping continue to be reported worldwide. These operational gaps highlight the urgent need for clearer international standards and standardized sediment management procedure.
In this section, we present our proposal to address sediment-related gaps. Our proposal has two components. First, the standardization of sediment cleaning, and the second, bypass feasibility prediction system. The first proposal consists of 3 requests. The first request is a revision of BWMC Annex B5. We propose amending Regulation B5 to require sediment to be planned, treated, and recorded using organization-specified method and equipment. The second request is to establish new sediment removal guidelines. Current IMO guidelines lack onboard cleaning procedures. New guidelines must provide field-applicable procedures and equipment operation guidance. The new guidelines should define sediment, outline responsible party and step-by-step procedures, set equipment standards including minimum pressure and flow rate requirements, and limit physical flushing. They must also include mandatory safety protocols to prevent suffocation and exposure to hazardous gases during cleaning operations. The third request element concerns improvement of the BWRB. Currently, the BWRB only notes whether sediment was removed. Therefore, we propose adding IMO recommended fields for cleaning methods and equipment to the BWRB to enhance traceability. The third request element concerns improvement to, our second proposal adds a bypass visibility prediction function to the GISIS BWM module using past approvals to predict bypass likelihood. By aligning the system with Circular Letter 3773, it can operate under an official IMO framework. This is the structure of the system we envision. At the top, the system receives input about each ship's own situational data, such as latitude, longitude, turbidity, and BWTS status, and generates a predict bypass approval probability supported by database or real approved cases in the lower section of the screen. This will reduce unnecessary bypass requests and penalty risk for ship operators, enable PSC authorities to make database decisions, and help prevent conflicts of interests. We'll now conclude our proposal. Our proposal for sediment management is expected to achieve 5 outcomes. First, clarifying regulation through standardization. Second, enhancing traceability. Third, preventing misuse of bypass under CWQ conditions. Fourth, improving crew safety and operational efficiency. And the last, supporting marine ecosystem sustainability. These measures will impact multiple sectors of the maritime industry. This proposal aligns with IMO SC4 by protecting marine life and human health, and supports SC7 by developing goal-based sediment management standards. It also contributes directly to SDG 6 by preventing pollution, and 14 by blocking invasive species transfer.
Thank you for the presentation. Now it's time for the Q&A. Judges, if you have any question, please proceed with the questions. Yes, please.
Thank you for your presentation and proposal. I myself, as a previous seaman, I have a question. If you ever thought about how ship's crew can clean sediments in all ballast tanks every voyage, it is very challengeable. And further, there is a representative from shipping companies. would the shipping companies really agree to follow this strict regulation while enduring vessels delay, demurrage, and enormous costs? So could you give your opinion regarding this kind of big burden or cost will be going to the ship owners? Thank you.
May I take a moment to discuss about it? Thank you. Yeah, of course. Thank you for your great question. Yeah, for sure, the management of sediment is not merely a matter of the individual ship owners' costs and benefits, but global concerns involving economic, environmental, and safety considerations. Therefore, implementation of standardized procedure is unavoidable. So while exact costs for ship owner are difficult to estimate, but additional expenses are expected for cleaning equipment, labor, and sediment disposal. To address potential resistance, implementation of regulation combined with technical and financial support would be an effective approach.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. Okay, while marine environment is very important, however, this is not question. In my opinion, such regulations should be coordinated in a way that allows practical and feasible ways for implementation by engaged in shipping industry, such as shipping company or crew members. Thank you.
My question would be very quick and a simple one. It seems for me the treatment of sediment is already in the convention, according to your presentation, code G, the ballast water record book. So you added some code 0.6, 0.7 on the slide, page 18, and I can see the equipment. So during the research of this presentation, have you ever find some kind of equipment which can treat the sediment in the ballast water tank? Where did you get the idea? Is there any the similar equipment other industry?
May I take a moment for discuss about it? Yeah, we thought about it before. I mean, among the team members, it's quite difficult us to make specific guidance. Further discussion at MEPC is needed to define technical standards. But for our current concept is for equipment, recommended high pressure water jet, consider minimum pressure and flow rate. So we are focusing on the method, the element.
Thank you. So that was Team Cheongram. Thank you very much for the presentation. Please give them another big round of applause. Thank you.